Hello and welcome back to my channel. Megan here. I am really excited about my review video today. So if you have been following along, my mother gifted me two really just kind of amazing vintage Pleasant Company Josefina items. So her Christmas Eve set and her kitchen supplies, cocina supplies. And that kind of inspired me. I typically get a birthday present for myself as well. And I finally kind of, um, I hate that phrase, bit the bullet, but like I finally, hit buy it now and got myself another Josefina item just to sort of continue the trend. I do always wait till after my mother gives me a present so that she requires that so that I don't buy myself the same thing that she's buying me. Anyway. So I'm very excited. I haven't opened this yet. I opened up the box to make sure it was in there. But if you can't tell from this is Josefina's school lunch. I'm very excited about this. Has been on my my wish list for the longest time, and it's kind of appropriate opening it now. I've had it for a little while, haven't videoed it, but it's kind of nice because now we are in back to school season for some people. So I'm just really excited. The one thing with things from eBay, which I did get this from eBay, are smells. And this one has a neutral smell. Fantastic. I did buy something recently that was just a little musty, and probably should make a video on that too, now that I think about it. It's another Pleasant Company item that maybe I didn't get it off eBay. Maybe I got it off of a Facebook group or something, but I've had that for a while too, just trying to get rid of the musty smell. Yeah, wow, this is old. The plastic on this is very old. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what each of the pieces are, so I'm kind of just going to go through a piece at a time. Let's do bag. Okay, so the bag. So the one thing that always kind of cracked me up is that this sort of is a houndstooth pattern, or reminds me of a houndstooth pattern. I guess it's not technically a houndstooth pattern, but it sure looks like it. Which I know nothing about the history of houndstooth, but it seems kind of odd for New Mexico, American Southwest in the early 1800s. But it's actually just a crisscross pattern, which is kind of nice. It's a really nice bag. Made in China for Pleasant Company, hand wash and line dry. It's a really soft bag. Awesome. This is going to look great on Josefina. Okay. It's also got her napkin, or I guess could be like a placemat. That's not the right word, but a place to put your food if you wanted to. I guess you could probably also wrap up the food in it. It's great. These are both supposed to be tortillas. I don't remember, I think this is probably a corn or flour. Maybe this one's also corn. I really should have looked this up before I did this. Now I wonder. These are probably both corn. This is probably just a blue corn, which does exist. So it's probably blue corn and yellow corn. That's probably what that is. Okay, so we got our food. Okay, let's see. So we also have some onions. I don't think I'd want onions in my lunch, but here we have some onions. I don't know, maybe they're not personally I love onions, but it's kind of socially weird to just eat an onion straight, so I guess maybe not where she's from. We've got some squash. It's kind of interesting it's already cut in two. I wonder why. I don't know why. We have a plum. I love plums. This is actually pretty detailed for a plum, like just having it's not just a ball, it's actually kind of molded. It's kind of cool. And I believe this is supposed to be goat cheese. Yeah, so Josefina had goats on her farm, so that would make sense for it to be goat cheese. And then last but not least is her canteen. So this is, you can hear that, it's actually kind of like, it feels like clay. Like, definitely feels like clay. There's a plastic cap. It should come off. It's kind of cool. And then we've got this leathery strap. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So yeah, it's a relatively small set. I think like at one time it was $20 at retail. Definitely not $20 that I paid for it. But I did get the complete set, which I'm very happy about. Overall, really cute, lots of good attention to detail. Like even the onions, like I don't think I showed this, but there are, ridges on the onions so that you know that they're onions. The plastic, these are plastic, and the plastic is, I don't know if it's meant to be super foldy. It kind of, makes sense for tortillas to be foldy, but there's overall just a little sticky feeling. And that's because plastic degrades over time, so that is what I'm feeling. So I will probably put a layer of Mod Podge on these, Mod Podge, and that will help seal it in and prevent any like dye transfers or plastic stickiness transfers onto my dolls using the set. But I'm not going to do that now, but I am going to show Josefina with this now. I guess I should also change her into her school outfit. She's been in her summer outfit, but this is school time, so let me switch her into her school outfit and I'll be right back. Okay, here she is. I'm actually really glad I did this video because I was looking for some other piece of her school set, and I realized I actually hadn't finished unpacking her school desk. So from the video, one of my other videos, someone left a comment saying they'd love to know more about sort of some of her pieces of her collection. I have a lot of her collection. I just absolutely love Josefina. She honestly she was very close to my very first doll. My mom says I switched at the last minute and asked for Kirsten, but Josefina was on my wish list for the longest time. I guess when I first got the catalog, so when you're 7, that's a long time. But she was my second ever doll, and this is her. So hopefully the band won't snap, but I've got her goat cheese in hand. She's ready to finish packing. Her canteen is ready to go. And then all of her stuff fitting into the bag. So I did see, I'll actually take this off her, hopefully, don't hit the goat cheese. So I did see while I was packing this up, the tag on the napkin says 1997. So I think that's really cool. Let's try not to knock you over. There we go. So she is ready to go. So historically, Josefina we call this her school lunch. It's not actually her school lunch. She wouldn't have gone to school. She would have had a reader at home, or like a notebook, or this is actually from her set. And I think I'll probably make a separate video going into more details about her school. But the reason this is called a picnic lunch is because she wouldn't have gone to school. She wouldn't have had a school lunch. But for the whole American Girl theme that they had with, the such and such learns a lesson, they had a school set, and then they had a school lunch. So this was the, sort of the workaround for Josefina. So it's a picnic lunch. So she would have been doing chores all day, maybe have spent a little bit of time studying on her own, definitely would have been weaving on her loom, helping with, kitchen chores. But she could have taken a picnic lunch, and I think that's how the story goes, is that she actually goes and has a picnic lunch, and this is what she takes with her in that story. So when Josefina learns a lesson, she gets her picnic lunch, and she is ready to go. So that's I don't know if this was really a review. I mean, just showing you all the pieces and showing it sort of scaled on how it looks with her. All of the pieces I think are perfectly scaled, fits in quite well. I think the onions may be a little small, but I think that's actually probably historically accurate now that I think about it. I don't think the big onions we see in the grocery store would be. Some plum goes flying. I think about kind of like the scale with the garlic. I think that makes sense. Squash. I think that makes sense. I feel like these would have been wild onions. You know, that's what the green stems are still pulled up out of the ground. So I think that's probably accurate. I think the tortillas are a great size as well. Maybe a hand big. But I guess if she's supposed to be 10, that makes sense. But yeah, overall, adorable set. There goes the plum. The plum has some details, but it's still ultimately a ball. I think the goat cheese is a nice touch. That's why she's holding it. I decided she should hold it. The canteen is just adorable. Just gotta protect it. I do think it is actually clay, which is just so cool. Yeah, overall, awesome set. If you ever have the chance to have this, if you're a Josefina fan like I am, it's a top-notch set. Really, just a really good set. So I'm really happy to finally have it in my collection. Again, between her Christmas Eve set and the extra kitchen supplies, which is over here behind me, just a little bit closer to completion. Again, not a sprint, definitely a marathon for Josefina. This has been, oh my gosh, I did get Josefina, I guess, for my 8th birthday. So it has been multiple decades in the process. But I absolutely love her, and I love this set, and I'm glad she can go on a picnic. So thanks for watching. I will probably try to do more historical this month. I've been just really energized by these historical items that I've received and then bought for myself. So we'll see, but I am really loving this, going back to the history, because that's why I fell in love with Pleasant Company, now American Girl, and as usual, I wish they did more stuff like this. So we're gonna go have a picnic. So I hope to see you next time. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later.